I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're two sisters Southern cooking. Hey y'all, so we are making our famous cinnamon rolls. Today we're doing a shortcut though. We're actually using our bread maker to make the dough first. And then we'll do the following, the traditional way of doing it by rolling out your dough, letting it proof, roll up, that whole thing. So right now we have some warm milk. That'll go in first.
Temperature needs to be between 110 and 115 degrees.
And we will also put in the description the way of doing it with a mixer.
Yeah.
That's traditionally how we do it, but today we're just taking a shortcut and letting the bread machine do our dough for us. Our yeast, our sugar,
And your sugar feeds the yeast, so you want to kind of get them together.
all right, our melted butter, our eggs.
We have an egg and an egg yolk.
Yep. All right. Now we're almost to the end. This is really simple doing it this way with the bread machine. So if you have a bread machine, it's a good shortcut.
Yeah, it'll be an hour and a half because it mixes and improves. So make sure you do it on the dough cycle also.
Right. Whatever your bread machine has, choose the dough cycle. All right. Our bread flour.
This is white lily.
You can use all-purpose flour. It just won't be as elastic. It won't be as
Like chewy.
Yeah. And then our salt.
We're putting a little well in there so we can put the salt in the center of it, but you want to keep the salt away because it will actually kill the yeast until it gets ready to mix it together. So that will be the process.
That's it. That's all we're doing for right now until the dough cycle is done on the bread machine, and then we'll come back and we'll finish making our cinnamon rolls.
So we are back, and I'm going to go ahead and make the cinnamon butter mixture that goes inside of our cinnamon rolls. So this is just a very simple dump and mix. So I have the brown sugar. We have plenty of sugar here. I'm going to go ahead and mix this together before I add in the butter, because it's just easier to blend when you don't have big chunks of the sugar and the cinnamon. Smells so good. Cinnamon and brown sugar in the fall is just, so iconic. All right. I think we've mixed it up fairly well. Got rid of the big chunks. Got it all mixed together here. This is softened butter. Make sure that it's a little more loosey-goosey than room temperature, because room temperature can still be pretty solid form. You want to be able to mix this up and get a little bit of elbow grease in here. Because our next step is we're going to make the cream cheese icing as well. And that's going to go on top of our cinnamon rolls when we're done. Will be so good. All right. I think we're good, y'all. Hey y'all, so it's time to make the icing that goes on top of our cinnamon rolls. So I just kind of softened our butter here, so let me go ahead and get this off the side here, and we'll put that here. Oh, we need a knife or something to open that. Let me see, because you know, sometimes these have like little things that are pretty good about opening up. So my hands are greasy from the butter though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cream up the cream cheese and I'm going to cream the butter together. And yeah, my fingers are too greasy from the butter. Normally I can open this up. But Elsie to the rescue. So you do this until it's creamy. Make sure that your butter is softened, which means it should be room temperature, and also your cream cheese needs to be room temperature as well. Wait, I'm just making a mess here, aren't I? All right. Now that my hands are all greasy and messy, I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to whisk these up together. This is your standard cream cheese icing. Yeah. And we'll put everything in the description box. How many cups of powdered sugar we used, how much vanilla, how much butter, and how much of the cream cheese we used. All right. So I think this is pretty good. All right, so it's whipped up pretty good. Let me just get this off my beaters here. And I'm definitely gonna have to scrape these down. But this is delicious, y'all. We'll show you what it's like when we get ready to roll out our dough, and then we're going to put our cinnamon sugar topping over it and then roll it up, cut them, bake them, and then we get to put this on the top. It's going to be good, y'all. We'll be back. So our dough is done and it's ready for me to roll out, and then I have my filling mixture here to spread onto it, and then we'll roll it up and then cut them into circles, and then put them in our 9x9 pan here, and then they have to rise for 30 to 45 minutes, and then we will bake them for 20 to 25 minutes in a 350 degree oven. So we will get started here. I have some flour that I put out on the pastry mat here, and we're going to roll this out into a 9x14 rectangle. Doing it in the bread machine, it did the first rise already.
When we roll it up, we're gonna roll it from the narrower end this way. All right, I'm gonna spread this out as best as I can. When we started doing this cooking show, about 3 years ago, our local news, 13 WMAZ, sent Suzanne Lawler out to interview us and to film us doing some cooking. And what we did that day for her was we did our cinnamon rolls. So this cinnamon roll recipe was on the news. We had a really good time that day with Suzanne Lawler. It was right during the middle of COVID, basically. But it was a good day. It was a really good day we had with her. She's a super, super nice lady. That day we did it in a stand mixer. So I'm going to start rolling it up from the shorter side of the dough. Roll it as tightly as you can. And I'm just pinching the ends together, and then I'm going to roll it back over and put the seam side down. And I flipped it so that it's rolled where I can actually cut it now. So I have me a serrated knife. I'm going to cut the ends off. Because they don't have the filling in them as much. And nobody wants a cinnamon roll that has no cinnamon. Okay. So I'm going to try to do this into 9 rolls. And then it'll be three rows of 3 in my pan. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, you can see that it is rolled really nicely. So I'm going to take and put them into my pan. Alright, so I've got 1 row done. I've got 3 of them done. 2 rows done. All right. Alright, I'm going to go let this sit up for 30 to 45 minutes until it doubles in size, and then we're going to bake them at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. So this is what they look like after they have risen for 30 minutes in a warm spot, which was the oven for me. So we will bake them shortly, and we will show you what they look like when they come out. So I am going to put our icing on our cinnamon rolls.
So she let it cool down a little bit so it wouldn't melt as soon as it got on the... Smells so good. Oh my gosh. The smells in this house today is just amazing. If we had smell-o-vision, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because that chili in the crock pots. Oh my gosh. These are huge cinnamon rolls, by the way. And very fluffy. Just...
That's from the bread flour.
We took a little sample.
We always take little samples.
We do. So we're going to spread a little bit more on this on the top of the bun, just to be able to make sure it's well covered. Sinful. You can leave them in the pan and put the icing on top of it if you want to, or you can take them out like Elsie did, and that way it'll be easier to serve. So good. We strongly recommend that you let it cool down before you start pulling it apart, because you might separate it to the point to where it wouldn't, you know, it will pull it apart and
Not hold its shape.
yep. You should have seen these coming out of the oven, by the way. They were really, like, huge. We actually had to tuck the center back down into like 4 of them because they were super big. So if you hear that knocking sound, that's the new dog that is Roger's mom's dog. It's a puppy.
It's here for a week until I can get down there to give it to her.
And this dog is a female schnauzer. So she's learning her way in the world. This dog is has big paws, so this is gonna be a big dog.
All right.
Oh, that looks so good, Elsie. Put a little bit there. No, probably don't have much left. Oh yeah. Mmm. So good. It'll be delicious, y'all. This is a tried and true recipe. We've used this for a long time now, and every single time it's foolproof. Totally turns out the same every single time. It never deviates. It's really, really a good recipe.
All right, we shall see you in our next video.
Y'all have a blessed one.
I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.